1,000 miles away from his home state of New Jersey and 10 months after the closest finish in Talladega Superspeedway's history, Joe Graf Jr. is eager to start the 2019 race season in the Sunshine State at Daytona International Speedway. The routine is familiar for this seasoned 20-year-old driver who started his race career short track racing at the age of only 9 years old.
My name is Joe Graf Jr. I race in the Nascar ARCA Racing Series, and I drive the number 77 Eat Sleep Race Ford. So this year I'm running the full 20 race schedule in the ARCA Series for Bryant Racing. We're running for a championship there, and we're really looking forward to getting out there, getting some wins, and representing Eat Sleep Race very well. When I first heard about Eat Sleep Race, I thought it was a great idea. I didn't know why it wasn't already in circle track racing in NASCAR. I felt like NASCAR has been missing a racing brand of clothing and apparel for a long time, and I thought it was a really cool idea. They're very unique. I like their style, I like the vibe, and I like the idea. It was something I could identify with really well, and I was really happy that they came on board and I get behind them as well.
From legend cars to super late models, Joe's experience behind the wheel has earned himself the opportunity that starts in Daytona, Florida. With expectations high, Joe will be putting himself to the test this year with responsibilities of being a full-time NYU college student and competing for the ARCA championship as a full-time driver. At only 20 years old, Joe ranks as one of the youngest drivers in NASCAR's ARCA Racing Series. Joe's motto of racing to win, matched with his driving skills, has pushed him forward in his race career to be able to drive for Bryant Racing. Tensions are high for all 35 drivers, but Joe and his entire team are ready and anxious for this first race of the 2019 season.
Drivers, start your engines.
The Eat Sleep Race lifestyle really fits me. So I race anything I can, wherever I can, whenever I can. Like I was racing, I qualified here yesterday at 4:30. I was racing a dirt modified at Volusia Speedway last night. I'm back here again racing today. I'll be racing a dirt modified tomorrow and Monday. Anything I can get in and race, I'm gonna race. I love doing it. It's all I do. Anytime I can get in a race car, I'm gonna be there. When I raced at Bethel Motor Speedway, I had 50 wins in the legend car, 3 championships. In the Bandolero, I got a championship, and I got a lot of wins there as well. I got Rookie of the Year at Stafford Motor Speedway racing the modified, and I picked up some wins there. Ended up 3rd overall in the championship in my rookie year. Last year I ran in ARCA. I got my first win at Berlin Raceway, and I was also part of the closest finish in ARCA racing and Talladega Superspeedway history, finishing 2nd at Talladega Speedway. Preparing for race week, it's a lot of hydration, it's a lot of preparation before you even get to the track. I spend a lot of time on the simulators, I spend a lot of time working out, just preparing to deal with the heat in the cars. The teams worked on the car. They brought a fast car here. We had a transmission failure in practice yesterday, and we're gonna have to start last in the race now because we didn't make qualifying because of that. But the day leading up to the race, it's really, you're just trying to mentally prepare yourself. You're gonna be in the car for 2 hours. It's obviously high adrenaline and high intensity sport, so you're in there for 2 hours. It's just you're trying to mentally prepare yourself as much as you can. You're running yourself through different situations and like what could happen on the track. You're thinking about it. You're making a plan as best you can with your team and your spotters. Just trying to come up with a plan. Obviously that plan can change and will, because racing's very unpredictable, as we all know, but just trying to walk through as much as we can, and the things that are in our control, do the best we can. So last year I got the biggest opportunity in my racing career, racing for Chad Bryant Racing. I signed on originally for 6 races, and it was the biggest opportunity I've had to date in my racing career. And 6 days before my first ARCA race, I broke my foot playing basketball. So the doctors told me I needed to cast it, I couldn't race, this and that. I refused the cast because I knew if I put a cast on, I wouldn't be able to race. So they taped the bone in place, and 6 days later I went out and raced. I led some laps in my first race. We're running up front. Unfortunately, we had a mechanical failure with 16 to go, running 4th, but a really good learning experience. I showed I could run up front, ran a really good race. The team brought a really fast car, and so after that race and after Salem and Talladega, which were the 2 following that, I got the nickname of the Iron Man by my team. So I don't know if they knew at the time, but Iron Man's been my favorite superhero forever. I love Marvel, huge Marvel fan, but they coined me the nickname Iron Man because I was racing with a broken foot and doing all this, and like, really I shouldn't have been. It took way longer for it to heal than it would have if I didn't, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity I was given. It was the biggest opportunity I've ever had. So they nicknamed me Iron Man. They actually had a helmet made for me that's painted like Iron Man. I'm going to be wearing it today. You guys can all see it on the in-car camera on FS1. I'm just really grateful for the opportunity. My name is Joe Graf Jr., and I eat, sleep, race.